Hi folks. Today I would like to discuss with you two little bitty articles that appeared in the Dallas Morning News. This one was yesterday, this one was today. This is it, kids. Now this article has to do with the Yasukuni Shrine. It's a Shinto shrine in Tokyo, Japan. And the shrine is approximately 150 years old, housing the names, the spirits of around 2.5 million Japanese who served in the Japanese military, defending their nation for the last 150 years. Now, what happened here was some cabinet members of the Japanese government, politicians, made a visit to the shrine recently. And China and South Korea objecting. What do you mean you're going to the Yasukuni Shrine? There's war criminals in there. And the South Korean government in this one said that we're canceling a possible trip by the Prime Minister, the Foreign Minister. Well, how do you cancel? Well, anyway, they're canceling it, and China issued some objections also because there's war criminals in there. 2.5 million names being enshrined in the Yasukuni Shrine. Approximately 1,000 of which are classified as war criminals by the Allies, alright? Now, there was different classes of war crimes also. Now, that whole war crimes incident in Japan with the war crimes trials is rather questionable on many levels by many people. The reason why there was the war crimes, yes, war crimes were committed, but because Japan lost the war. Had Japan won the war, there would have still been war crimes. But they would have been trying people in Japan, people in the United States, the United Kingdom, and other areas would have been on trial, okay? So it's a matter of who won. Let me give you a little story. Some person brought this to my attention some years ago, and I researched it, and I'm sorry I forgot the name of this general. He was a Japanese general. In the Philippines, he was captured and tried in the Philippines by American forces and executed for war crimes. Never brought to Tokyo for the official war crime tribunal. This was all done in the Philippines by American military personnel who were not trained in the legalities of war. No, they were field commanders. Now what did this general do? Not a darn thing. Here's what happened. While he was in Japan, I guess on a visit, his subordinates committed the crime. When he came back to the Philippines in command of his military, he discovered the atrocities and he reprimanded them, I think either through trial, imprisonment, or execution, but he did not approve of what they did, and he took care of the situation. But the American military found out about the crime, found out he was the commander, be gone with you. That's the nature of war crimes. William Tecumseh Sherman, a general in the American military on the Northern armies during the American Civil War, the Army of the Potomac. He tore through the Confederate States. Had the Confederacy won that war and captured him, he would have been tried as a war criminal. But he's a hero, kids. Yeah, that's it. Good old hero William Tecumseh Sherman, general of the Army of the Potomac. So don't bother me with this war crime business. And let's just say, for argument's sake, yeah, all of those 1,000 names in the Yasukuni Shrine, they're legitimate criminals, war criminals, hideous people. So because of 1,000 out of 2.5 million, you have to ignore the other 2.5 million? And how much time has to pass before you let go of this hate? The War of 1812, Washington, D.C. The White House gets burned. By who? Troops from the United Kingdom, our British allies. How come we don't have any hate? During the Second World War, Japan occupied approximately 24 nations. Allied against Japan was 12 nations. Now, of those 24 nations that are occupied at the time, whenever there's a visit to the Yasukuni Shrine by Japanese politicians, only 2 nations object. How come the others aren't objecting? Now, I know why the commies are objecting, well, because they're commies. But when they object in Korea, could it possibly be because they were rejected, the majority of them who applied into the Japanese Imperial Army during the Second World War? Something like 800,000 Koreans applied and only 17,000 got accepted. Are you upset because of all those rejects? I was fortunate, blessed, to visit Japan twice. Both times I went to Tokyo, both times I went to the Yasukuni Shrine. My first visit there, I was escorted into the shrine with a Shinto priest, and I was able to say prayers with the Shinto priest for the souls housed there. Given the opportunity to do that again, I will do that. And I hope any of you who visit Tokyo will do the same. Alright folks, we'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. God bless the nation you happen to be in. And God bless the Japanese politicians who show respect at the Yasukuni Shrine. We'll see you.